Hello and welcome back to Tectonica. So here we are. Um, I've been making some glass. I had everything ready to go except I needed more glass. So we did some of that. We are ready to do two things here. First of all, we need to do the final upgrade to Sierra and we need to kick off our digging. So let's go get our gold ingots and sesamite ingots. Found it. There should be quite a lot of these. I let the game run for a while, and then when I got back, I started looking at materials that I had, and wasn't sure I had enough. Then I started thinking about the drill, and did quite a lot of planning there. Anyway, so let's go upgrade Sierra. The time I took planning was long enough that I probably have way too much of everything. This is not a problem. Hello, Sierra. Gold and sesamite. But all that gold and sesamite I've got left.
Terminal upgraded. Unknown and or classified technologies available. Report all activities. Activities not authorized.
Okay, so the only task we really have left right now is dig to level 16, and then we're going to react it to whatever happens on 16. These last few levels have all been pretty much you have to finish what's on one level before you can really go to the next, so we're going to go with that. We're going to go back to admin. And I need to set up a system here to make my drills. Now we happen to have all the materials we need, we just need to make them. So let's see, stack inserter, stack filter inserter. We're going to be inserting only excavator bit Mark 7s into there. And this guy is going to be excavator bit Mark 7s. Now, we're not going to be doing this infinitely. See, I've got all that material set up. We need 200 cycles, which means we need a total of 1,600 sensor blocks, 1,000 sesamite ingots, and 50 excavator bits. And none of those are really going to fit inside that, so we're going to take our excavator bits from here. We're just going to dump them all in, and there were over 50. And then our other inputs. We need sensor blocks. They're way down near the bottom somewhere. There we go. And I need a total of 1,000 sensor blocks. I hope I got that many. Yes, I do. Oh, I need 1,600. See? There we go. And 1,000 sesamite ingots. Okay, I double-checked this earlier. This is sesamite ingots. That's why I had the right number of sensor blocks. I actually made a few more so that things would go smoothly once I got started here. So the other problem is one of these is not fast enough. We're going to do 4 of them. Try again. Bring it out like that. I need to raise it because I need to have enough stuff here. Oh, a divot in the floor. Oh. So there's that. And we are going to be right like that. We are making those. So, output. input over here is these guys. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put those in that same box. There we go. I could put all of my drills in that box. It wouldn't matter. It does get them out of my inventory. Okay, these are upwards. And these are downward. Well, that's... Yeah, I'm going to need to do something better than that for these guys. I need to distribute them 4 ways, don't I? And 15, 20, 25, 26, where'd the rest of them go? Okay, so yeah, we need to split these evenly 4 ways. Means what we need to do is that. This is only because I've got so few of them. Now, if they stacked higher, I could just insert the right number in each machine. And I think I am realizing that, let's see, these you use, oh, you only use 1 per cycle, so you're going to just get the right number. We each picked 3. We got the rest of them waiting out front. That should be okay. That also means we need to divide up our other inputs appropriate. The other 2 inputs are sensor cubes. And these guys, sesamite ingots. Now, actually, these guys I could probably get away without splitting, but... And actually, it's going to be hard to split them evenly because the distance from the hub to each one of those is going to be different. So I am going to rip this apart and try again using slightly different spacings. Okay, so if I space it out like this, I can arrange my splitters so that everybody's the same length, so nobody will get extras they don't deserve. Output O. Okay. Let's try this again. activator bit 6. I don't really need to do it over here, but I'm going to just, to keep things straight, I'm going to go from a hub that's directly the same distance from these guys at. And then another hub that is directly the same distance from these two. And then we can put our inputs on this. This gets our Mark 6 bits. That looks like everybody got the same number stacked up in front. Which shouldn't be the case because 50 doesn't divide evenly. I think I had extras. How many of them do we have? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50. Okay. Program these up. What this means is that in the end, we'll probably have to gather resources from some of the machines and collapse them all into one machine to get the final stuff done. Okay, so we should have 3 in each one, plus 12 in the inserter, plus a few more out front. We got 4 and 3 and 4 and 3, so it's pretty close to even. On the other side, we need sensor blocks. We're back to where we were before. This time we've got things set up so that it's being even split. Evenness matters if it would back up past these guys, so we would end up getting more on this limb if it was longer because we had more coming in and it couldn't fit. In this case, on this side, this will make a difference. So one of these is going to have to go above the other. Let's start off by setting this guy up properly. Okay, sensor blocks. Let's add lots of sensor blocks. 1,600. I've got some extras here. So whichever one of these needs to go farther, we'll be able to find a few more sensor blocks. Okay, and the other guy needs to do the same thing, but it needs to come up like this. all of that in there. That's way more than we need. That's okay. We can recover from what's left when we're done. The key thing is that all these guys will continue as long as they have the lower level thing going. So now every 4 minutes we should get 4 out. We're going to wait 4 minutes and we're going to get the first 4, and then this guy will start drilling, and it's going to take him maybe an hour to get up there. Because this is really slow. We need a lot of it. If we're using one machine, it would take 3 hours and 20 minutes for us to make it. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let's actually compute how much time it's going to take. Assuming this gets 4 dig cycles per minute. Calculator. 499,470 divided by 2,500 is 200 dig cycles. So this is an hour. So because I have finished my upgrades, I should have done this a long time ago. No. Oh well. Because we have done the science upgrades and I am not actually building the science yet. What did we open up? We opened up Max Crush. So enable maximize production of iron ore powder via pulverization of iron chunk and limestone. So you can take chunks that the blast miner turns out, you put some limestone in there and you get a ton of powder. So that's great if you're doing that. I think we'll ever need to do that. I have 742 that I can use to speed things up. If there's anything, looks like it will speed up what I am doing now. Well, we're not doing much smelting. I think assembler speed is already maxed out. We could reduce the power, but that's not really an issue for us. Science. This is supposedly scanned on level 15. I didn't find anything to scan that would teach me spectral cubes, so I am assuming that that is one of the cases where the pop-up here is wrong. It is wrong in a couple of cases. Now, we will no doubt be able to open this up on 16. Or beyond 16 if it goes beyond. I think 16 is the last level. It's where I stopped in the previous place. It's that stuff. Assembly, gravel mixing. I don't think I need to spend any of the green science on anything important. How about stuff that's unimportant? I'm looking for just basically anything that'll give me a little bit of... Oh, this stuff that's blue, I can... Anything that's green that will give me even a small amount of quality of life. Yellow. Boost our accumulators. That way, if we lose power, lose the ability to get power from our sesamite, we'll still have more power in the accumulators we had before. Now we know how to make yellow. Sesamite mutation is using sesamite ingots. Turn powder back into ingots. What? Or is it crushing ingots into powder and sesamite? Oh, that couldn't be. we're not going to find out because I'm not going to unlock it. I think we're good. We're hovering around 140,000 megajoules. That's power available at Victor. That's not the important power. We are digging. Well, I'm thinking let's watch and see if we get the next 5 before these 5 are done, or if we get the next. Oh, right. Sword. Each one of these turns out. Oh, each one of these turns out 4 every 4 minutes. So our initial chunk was 16-ish. Seeing them here. Oh, it would have loaded it into the inserter, right? Where was I headed? I completely lost my train of thought when I saw that was going. I think you're headed back to Mech. So what this shows me is we have 2 of our Sesamite boxes absolutely full. Oh goodness, they were sending to 15, they should be sending to 9. All this time, 2/5 of my Sesamite production has been just getting boxed up here. Oops. Yeah, I never came back and looked at the stuff in the back. I just noticed that the belts were moving. I thought that was good enough. So here, yes, here we want to look at the power. And is that going to go up? I'm a little worried that we may be losing power here. That could be true. Oh, we're up to now. It could have happened. For instance, if these 2 being backed up had caused the 8 pumps up there to stop moving, then these pumps would have been producing more output, which means more power. So we'll just have to keep an eye on our charge in this area. So let's head down, take a look at our other sand floors. 14, I believe, is entirely torn up. 13, did I leave any sand pumps going on 13? Yes, I did. They're producing some sand, and they are, I believe this isn't producing any energy at all back here. Okay. And Sierra will be like this. Sierra is just reporting it's 50 sand back, so we're basically doing nothing here. Now I think I increased the capability of my accumulators, which would have increase the charge they could hold, which means this would be creeping back up 4.3. It could be okay. It could be very well that my little 3 guys there are just barely enough to cover themselves and a little bit more other stuff. I think we're good. Okay, with that said, I am going to pause recording rather than stop it. And we will unpause when we crack open the next level. And we should be breaking through momentarily. That took a while. And the math I did had an error in it, so I ended up literally 1 iteration short.
Excavation complete. Elevation to unknown level restored.
Unknown level.
Do you remember the structure in the distance, Sergeant?
I do. Something happened.
Yes. After you discovered Zulu, and were the first to be affected by one of the cubes, you experienced a vision at one of these monoliths. You claimed to have seen a portal.
I did. It was over in what felt like a second, but a pulse of energy unfolded from the monolith. It made a shape, and suddenly the portal was there.
You also made a report of what you saw on the other side of it. A report that created an entire dissident movement among our crew. A report that Pacific destroyed in an attempt to contain a potential mutiny.
My theory is simple. Because you were joined to your cube months before the rest of us when you stumbled upon them at Zulu, the progression of your fusion to it is substantially ahead of ours.
So, I'm a little more Calixian than everybody else. Wonderful. And now you want me to open that portal again so we can toss enough sesamite through it to kill the decay wave.
As both of you know, the destruction or disposal of resources was expressly forbidden by expeditionary doctrine, but I believe it is permissible under the circumstances.
Flew across the universe, and all I got was this alien garbage can.
Okay, let's go scan these thingamabobbers. That gave us nothing, so it's something we already had. These are colorless cubes. So the question is, do I want to bother to pump out any sesamite from this at all? Gonna want 1,000 cubes.
Groundbreaker. Our companions are engaged in preparations for opening the portal. But it is clear that manufacturing these cubes is a most effective way of condensing sesamite for removal through it. Given the intent of the Calixians, it seems unlikely the portal would accept raw sesamite in the first place. As the schematic indicates, creating these cubes will require the combined efforts of all you have built thus far. The utilization of multiple strata will no doubt be a necessity, and I am ordering you to repurpose any and all of your operations to achieve this goal. It will be challenging, but I have confidence in your abilities. I know that Mirage and the Sergeant will not disappoint us, and I am certain that you will exceed expectations as well. The Calixians only believe in 2 endings to their own story. We are going to write our own.
Okay. So our only task left is to make colorless cubes. Oh goodness, 300 green science is going to take. Go. So I have not made any yellow cores ever. And they didn't actually tell me how to make colorless cubes. So we are going to have to go back down to admin and experiment, or let's go experiment on Foundry. Oh, a lot of this is probably just going to go away, isn't it? Oh, colorless cubes. Carbon frames, sesamite ingots, and reinforced frames. And then they've got the colorless X100 cubes. I think that's for later. And that takes 400 colorless cubes. Make 4 of them. So let me start building this. Start a new file here. Let's see. Recipe. It takes me a little bit to work my way through the boilerplate here. Okay, so back to looking at the screen here for spectral view. Simpler. Going to take 32 carbon. Ingots. Okay. Step 1 is working that out. Oh, need the rate. 4 at 1 per minute. Clearly, we're going to need more than one machine. So this is going to be a total of 8,000 carbon frames and 4,000 reinforced iron frames and 1,000 sesamite ingots.